This is Platinum Profiles, the show where we take a look at a particular series or developer, maybe even one day a publisher, and chronicle all the platinum trophies that you can still get in the series as you work towards platinum dominance. Now it's time to cover a very special series, but before that I'll mention I have a Borderlands video that you can check out, and we took a look at all the platinums you can get in that series, which is quite a few. In this series we're about to cover, there are quite a few as well, with a brand new game just coming out as well. It's hot off the presses. You have the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Now, this series goes back. It goes way back. In fact, it goes back to even before I was born, just before I was born in 1991. And this series has a lot of games in it, but as we go through the games, you'll see that there's a lot of trophy madness here, with games that do not have trophy sets and games that don't have a platinum trophy. And it kind of culls the list by half. So we'll mention the one game that doesn't have any trophy sets. You have Sonic the Hedgehog 06. Then, thank God, it doesn't. I feel like the platinum trophy for that game would be ridiculous. I'm glad they didn't patch in a trophy set for that game. Maybe one day they'll get ballsy enough to bring the game back to life in a more playable state, and maybe it'll be more fun to get a platinum trophy for it. But thank God we dodged a bullet. But then now you have a ton of games that have trophy sets but no platinum trophies, and most of them are ports of older games. So the list includes Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Genesis version. You have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You have Sonic CD. You have Sonic the Fighters, Sonic Adventure 1, and Sonic Adventure 2. All of them are PS3 ports of the game, and they all do not have a platinum trophy. As well, you have that weird game that came out that is Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Both episodes, episode 1 and 2, do not have platinum trophies, and the effort you have to go through to get 100% trophy completion on those games is just not worth it unless there's a platinum up for grabs. That game was weird. What were they doing with that? And sadly, I also have to mention Sonic Mania doesn't have a platinum trophy. That's so disheartening. That game is so awesome. Why doesn't it have a platinum? What's going on? But at least I can say it up front that there are no games with unobtainable platinums. That is great, considering there are a few online trophies that we'll take a look at later on. But now we can take a look at the culled list of games. It's like half left. Now, it starts off with Sonic Unleashed on the PS3, and then a little bit afterwards you had Sonic Generations on the PS3. Then you move into the PS4 era with quite a few games here. You have Sonic Forces, the ever divisive one. You also have Team Sonic Racing, also pretty divisive. I'm not going to include the Sega All-Stars Racing games in this because I think that's its own thing in the Sega All-Star series. But Team Sonic Racing is definitely a pure Sonic game, and so is Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, which we'll get to in a bit. You have Sonic Colors Ultimate on the PS4, and then we start to get into the PS5 era. You have Sonic Origins Collection, which is the collection of 1, 2, 3, and Sonic CD. You have Sonic Frontiers, and man, do I love that game. I had so much fun with that game. Amazing. You have Sonic Superstars, which is the 2D return in like that sort of like Super Mario Bros. Wii U kind of like version of it. Then you have Sonic X Shadow Generations. So you can get a platinum for the original Sonic Generations and get another one for Sonic X Shadow Generations. And then finally we get to our brand new game that just came out. We have Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. This is sort of a sequel to Team Sonic Racing and the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing games. This game looks incredible, and the DLC looks fire as well. Like the inclusions for like guest characters and stuff is wild in this. It's wild. But the total number of platinums that you can obtain for the Sonic the Hedgehog series with all versions, because quite a few of these games have PS5 and PS4 versions. That total is 15. Yeah, like pretty much all the PS5 releases have a PS4 counterpart, so just those 5 games alone give you 10 platinums, so you can do both versions of it if you want to. And now we can talk about the games with online trophies, and there's 4 that I picked out. In the grand scheme of things, you won't spend too much time online with these. Sonic Generations has online trophies, but it's for the time trial and rankings, like score ranking stuff, and you won't spend too much time and you don't have to really worry about your score. It's just kind of like going through the motions and doing it. Team Sonic Racing has you playing a couple of online races, which is not bad. Even our newest game, taking a look at the trophy stuff, you have Sonic Racing's CrossWorlds. There does look like there could be online trophies because there's some leaderboard stuff, but like I don't think you're going to be spending a ton of time, and this time for sure there's no online requirements in terms of like online races and stuff like that, so you might even spend like maybe half an hour doing trophies here. Even Sonic Forces has just 1 online trophy to worry about, and it will be done pretty quickly, all things considered, so you don't really have to worry about online stuff here, and all the platinums are still available and up for grabs, thankfully. So don't worry too much about it, and we can get into our average platinum trophy difficulty of the series, which ranks at a 4.4. You got quite a wide spread of games. You have some games at a 2 out of 10 difficulty, and then you have your hardest platinum of the series, and oh boy is it a doozy, at a whopping 9 out of 10 score. That's insane. This game is Sonic Unleashed. Oh boy. You can tell that this game came from the early Platinum Trophy list era when they were just introducing trophies and they weren't messing around. I've actually never played this game, but I'm looking at the trophy list and I just have to utter a couple words that might send some people off of cliffs and in the ocean. Hot dog missions. Hot dog missions. A lot of people heard that word and they were activated like the Winter Soldier in the Marvel movies. Like they just started losing their minds right now. Yeah, these things are no joke. Aside from clearing out all the continents, which is like just clearing out all the levels and doing all the side missions, which is a bit of a grind in this, you have the hot dog missions, which is probably the hardest part of these missions. Completing them is very difficult. You have to be very good with the mechanics of the game. You have to be very skilled to beat these. And then there's also a grind for getting 400 medals in the game, which if you're not paying attention early enough, you're going to have a big grind at the end of it. When you're getting down to like your last couple of trophies, this is probably going to be one of the ones at the end that you're like, oh crap, now I gotta grind this out, and that sucks. On top of that, you got some annoying trophies in this. Like you have one called Social Butterfly where you have to talk to all of the townspeople, and it doesn't tell you which ones you've already talked to. You have to keep track of that yourself, and that's annoying because what if you missed one? You're gonna have to literally go through all of the townspeople again, just talking to them until you get that one that makes the trophy pop. So that's really annoying. But yeah, Sonic Unleashed. This game is already divisive enough in the fan base. I think people have warmed up to it and had a bit of a revisionism about it over time. But here on PSN profiles, the rating is 2.17 for the Platinum. And I assume that means that the Platinum ranking on PSN is very low. And this one is definitely the hardest Platinum in the series. Now you go to your easiest Platinum, which is on the complete other side of the spectrum. You have the Sonic Origins collection, and this is that collection with Sonic 1, 2, 3 and CD. And the reason why this is so easy is because you can play Sonic 1, 2 and 3 in debug mode. So there is a debug mode for those games that will allow you to easily go through those games. and get the trophies. Sonic CD you do have to play legit, but that's also not so bad after all. It's not awful to play through that game. It requires a little bit of skill, but if you're a classic Sonic fan, you're gonna have no problem with it. Yeah, the ranking is 2 out of 10, 1 playthrough of each, and 7 hours to complete everything. That's very good, and there's also DLC stuff that can help you make it easier. Yeah, and then you just gotta complete out mission mode and get a couple of S ranks, which is not too difficult. You have stuff in the museum that you need to buy out, but you can use the debug mode to get those coins faster and stuff. You got some cool stuff that they added to the collection, like boss rushes and stuff like that. A lot of nice quality of life stuff to make this collection really, really nice to play. It's a fun time, but also an easy time, and it's definitely the easiest one in the series. Probably second place would be Sonic Frontiers in terms of the easiest. And when we get into talking about the best platinum of the series, I want to give it to Sonic Frontiers. I loved that game from start to finish. I really, really loved it, but I think that it's a little bit too lax on the trophy side of things. I think they could have put a little more to explore more of the game, or in particular the cyberspace levels and stuff. You only have to get 1 S rank in that whole trophy run, which is quite odd for Sonic games. So there's that. But then you also have maybe what could be the front runner for best platinum of the series, Sonic Generations, and I think they go a little bit over the deep end with that. You have to get all the S ranks as far as I can tell, and you have a lot of involvement in that game to get all of that stuff. And there's a bit of some grinds, although you can get everything in 25 hours, so I can hardly call that a grind. But just taking a look at the trophy list, I think the one that fits the most is definitely a Sonic Generations game, but it is indeed the Sonic X Shadow Generations version. I think that is the best platinum run in the series, because you do get a lot of those Sonic Generations trophies, but they're not quite as bad here. And you also have the Shadow campaign added, and that is apparently pretty fun to play. And they also add a couple of other trophies to it, like that give you these nice like challenge kind of trophies. You have one, take no damage in the final boss and clear the stage in Sonic Generations. You have one equivalent for the Shadow Generations last stage, and then you have other stuff like get all red star rings, you get all collectibles in Sonic Generations. You still have to do all that, and then you still have like get all S ranks on all acts in Shadow and Sonic Generations. So you still have that aspect of it, but you do have some more fun stuff. It just seems to me like it's the better realized version of what Sonic Generations was trying to do with its trophy run. And I think Sonic X Shadow, say that 5 times, Sonic X Shadow Generations is the best platinum in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Let me know down in the comment section if you agree with that sentiment or not. Let me know which one you think is the best platinum. I try to do a lot of research here, and there's no real definitive choice when it comes to the best platinum. The opinions are definitely scattershot in this franchise, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. You can drop down in the comment section and let me know which ones you think, and let's come to a consensus here. And keep it locked to the Platinum Experience. We have a ton more content to make. This Platinum Profile series could go forever. We got lots of series to cover, and maybe a publisher. I do want to do like a full publisher, but I don't know who to do. Someone not too big, someone not too small, but we'll see. We'll see. I hope all your trophy hunting expeditions going supersonic, go incredibly well, and peace out.